Well, as per normal, I haven't really filmed much of the turbo manifold building, but better than late than never. Lifted it up a little bit higher so you get the idea. Wastegate outside. Just gonna finish die grinding, finish off all the manifolding, but we're underway. Well and truly underway. Because that, if we come back a little bit further, that's starting to look pretty good. Well, currently 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock the Wednesday afternoon. Losing track of days. And the boat show is Saturday morning. Now I've decided that definitely pushing for having it running by then. So big shout out to everybody that's involved right now, because everyone's going like well and truly above and beyond, even down to my staff at work that are, you know, making sure I'm in, out, back onto this project. Because yeah, I guess you'd say it's like 72 hours, something like that. And there is, you can pretty much say there's shit everywhere. Big shout out to Jacob for cutting me the exhaust flange. So I'm just gonna do a flapper, but yeah, there is like wiring, motors back apart. The engineer is putting the keyway and stuff in the shaft, doing the bolts so that can all lock up and be ready to go. But yeah, this is what I'm dealing with. About to start mounting coolers, that one, and then the heat exchanger. Once I've mounted those two, then I'll start wiring. And yeah, hopefully we still have something to build, so all this is going to come back out. Yeah, I feel like I've definitely outdone myself this time on the short deadline and the amount to do between now and then. But at this point I'm still, let's say, 90% confident that we're going to be running. So yeah, keep watching. Well, now it's 8 o'clock on Wednesday, but I've had a small win. Been doing some bit of tigging, and look, I'm pretty happy, because normally I'm not heaps good when it comes to using the filler wire, but that is, right, I'll pick it up. There we go. It's all about the small wins. Get these mounted. Don't know if I filmed that earlier, but they're mounted. That stuff's mounted. Waiting on a few more bends. Hopefully I'm coming to see you tomorrow, Brad, so we can you can do a couple of welds for me. But oh yeah, and the dump pipe, the water into there. There's a 90 inside of it as well. Fingers crossed all that works. On to the next chapter. Hey Brad, how's it going?
Good.
Do you feel like you got the shit job?
I definitely drew the short straw again.
Yeah, I have that problem in life too.
That's pretty standard when you rock up though, isn't it?
Exactly right. Alright, well, I guess you can't always be positive and then it always works out. Well, we had a few setbacks that were out of my control. Parts, yeah, a few other setbacks that caused us some delays in the time frame. That and yeah, found out that the event actually isn't on anymore. So, but that being said, I'm sure some people can relate. Once you set yourself a deadline, you're pretty determined to meet the deadline, even if even if the event's cancelled. I'm still very determined, in myself, to prove that it can be done as well as, you know, being that inspiration to other people that, you know, you can do it, just got to really dig hard, or dig deep, one of the two, whichever one you want to do. So yeah, it's not going to be as far along as I thought. Luckily I do have some good people on board that, you know, still are like, no, we're just going to keep pushing and, you know, let's just see where it plays out. So yeah, today we are going to Jasmag to continue on with the adventure, lift the motor up, do the sump, finish welding out on the boat mounts, and then we'll start all the fit out of lines and all the hoses, see if we can get fluid in it. And I don't know, I'm still hopeful by the weekend it might fire, but I might cut the video before that and leave that for the second one in case that whole scenario doesn't play out, because that could be another whole adventure, or it'll play out well. Well, here we are. It's 9:30. It's a bit of a slow down sort of a start to the day, but we turned it around because, get down in here, Steve, who doesn't like being on camera, whipped out the sump. So there's a whole custom sump under there, plus the pickup, all the water pumps, started on a fuel system, alternators on, yeah, the intercooler's actually hooked up, the fuel system's underway, all the gaskets, manifolds on for good. Probably shouldn't kick the brick up under the wheel either, that's probably a shit idea. Yeah, let's go around this side, see if we can see the sump better. There we go. Full custom sump. Had to make a custom oil fitting down here. But yeah, it's finally coming together. We've got pulleys. Got one pulley to get in here and get that on. It's going a bit tight through there with some bits, because obviously I made stuff without having all the bits, because that's kind of how it played out. But yeah, well, hopefully the next video is a bit more production. I'm not really sure where to end the video and then start the next one. I'll keep you posted. Well, it's currently Saturday afternoon. Really haven't done much at all. Went and watched my youngest play his first game of footy, so, you know, I guess I've actually achieved something pretty good. He did pretty well. Now they're kicking the footy. I think they've actually stopped just so I can make this video, but I think I'm going to call the video at this. I'm about to start doing all my lines and fittings, wiring. My mate Jason from Vermeer's Fabrication jumped on board, built me a tank, baffled, welded up all the holes I didn't need on the inlet manifold. He also did the welding on here. My old mate Brad, BR, you've seen him welding a few bits as well. And then the big fella Ty, who doesn't actually get on board, and doesn't get on board the videos because I haven't dropped in on him yet. But yeah, all the Raceworks bits, so it's going to have all the good bits. Just going to take me a while to go through, make all the lines, but fingers crossed, everything's going to be right. So yeah, bilge pump, automatic shut off, just so there's no water builds up on the EFI fuel pumps. And yeah, I guess I'll start the wiring of the Microtech and stuff tonight. So hopefully the next video you'll see all the wiring and finishing off water, oil, hopefully running, and maybe we'll even take it to the water. Maybe it's going to take a lot of testing to get that part right, but yeah, one step at a time.
So we've just got some manifolds here, intake manifolds, 13B. Just going to do a cover up plate here, wad up some of these holes, wad up some of these holes. Got a fitting just here somewhere. It's going to go in here, wad up some of these other holes, more tape. So things you do to get the RotorBoat going.
Sunday morning, well, it's actually Sunday afternoon now, but yeah, header tank's in. I've made this pipe which goes from that silicon pipe to that one. This piece here, that is made. Oil drain, had to fabricate an oil drain up. That's, yeah, now got the dash 10 at the bottom. All the lines for the oil, water. Then I've just got to do, what do I have to do? Around the other side I've got to just tap out one of the threads for an oil sensor, and then I reckon we can fill it with oil. Once them hose pipes I've fabricated have cooled down and dried, I can fill the water as well. So then it's got oil, water. Then finish off the fuel lines. Got one here, one's up in there. They will come around and then reg down here, fuel pump down here, and this tank fits right down in the back there. So yeah, bell housing, starter motor. I'm still pretty confident by Tuesday we should hear some noise, hopefully. Sunday afternoon, pipes done, everything's connected. Set the one in the top corner, probably should maybe not forget that one. Yeah, all the lines are done now. So yeah, next job is oil, coolant, hopefully there's no leaks. If that works, then it's wiring, and then yeah, the fuel system. So keep you posted, but this point is a point I definitely didn't think I was going to be at now. Well, look, I really wanted to already be running and using it, but I'm sure the setbacks actually mean that now I'm probably doing it a little bit nicer, checking things, going over, not rushing. So I guess in a boat you don't really want it to break down or something leak, especially not when everything's that close to your head. So yeah, keep you posted. Alright, well, I guess some people probably wouldn't post the fails, but you know what? I'm gonna embrace it. And yeah, came home today to find the bottom of the boat with a reasonable amount of oil and water in it. So one, there's this one here which is a water drain. I left that one loose because I'm an idiot. This one here, I did get told by Steve, the engine builder, make sure you flatten the surface off, make sure you use sealant. Did I listen to either? No. Did it leak? Was he right? Yes. Then we had a leak in one small weld in the sump, and we were looking at having to take the sump off, but I thought maybe there's a will, there's a way. Blocked the back of the motor up, used the mirror so I could use the MIG to weld upside down. So I'm gonna take that as a win. Now it's full of oil. It hasn't leaked in 20 minutes, so it's full of oil, full of water, hasn't leaked. Continue on with the show, I think. Alright, well, we're up to this part. Connecting everything together. We've got this here, connects everything together. Still do the nut up. But yeah, bloke over in Galway by the name of Rod Muller came up with this idea for me. Basically just took him the idea in my head, and this is what he come up with. and it is now connected to the back. And now there is, now we have to climb out and not trip over everything, but it's under there. Probably should have shaved my head. Yeah, no, it's under there. It's done. So, time to put in the carrier bearing, glass up this section, finish this job off. Well, didn't really get much done today. I started cutting out some of the back of the boat though to fit the fuel tank, because when I measured it when the boat was upside down, so I didn't quite allow for everything that I should have, but it fitted. Jason's done alright with the tank. So had to shorten this one for you, Jason. Then this will go up here. I've done a little 45 metal pipe, have some joiners, good as gold. Return. Fuel pump down here, fuel reg inside this one. Do that bearing up. Probably drill it so that the little grub screws can't move. We're and stickers today. Figured that there's only one way that this kind of stuff is actually possible, with a really good team of people that, yeah, look, I'm sure some days they probably really hate it when I pull up or when I ring them, but everyone pulls through. Without these kind of people, this shit would not be possible. Pity the light bar things there, but there's the old RotorBoat. And then we've got this one up the middle of the boat because it fixes up my shit woodwork, because I'm a baker, not a craftsman. But yeah, definitely some good people on board to make this happen. And on a side note, whoops, kicked the drill. Matt and the boys at Stacked come through with these. Nice little stack of stickers. It's taken a while to get us, get them right, but Dan's gone well above and beyond with these. These are, yeah, definitely going to be a hit, I think. And I feel that it's a pretty good sticker because we've all lost someone too soon. They might have taken their own life, they might have cancer, sickness, who knows, any of that stuff. So it's got really a whole lot of meaning behind it. And the way I see it, the Bluebird is kind of the car that turns up to put on a show, to put a smile on people's face. So it's never been anything serious apart from making people happy. So I feel like that one, the boys have definitely gone above and beyond. Once I get past this boat adventure and I let the funds build up, I'll do a run of t-shirts on the Bluebird one, and we'll start working on some RotorBoat ones, because who wouldn't like a RotorBoat t-shirt? Well, 4 o'clock, Good Friday. Probably should have actually used the sleep in, but I feel like that's not productive. So this morning, I'm going to work on getting the wiring in here, because we're actually getting somewhere now. There's stuff I need to finish off. I need to drill out the grub screws, because this bearing is actually meant to stop the thrust pushing back up through here. Most of the fuel system is in, but yesterday I fucked up the thread down under here, which is one of them. I stuffed one of them up. Don't ask me how, but I achieved greatness. I stuffed that up. So now it's going to be wiring time, and then yeah, I'll get someone to weld a new thread on. Finding the water pipes, like all these pickups and stuff, they're all weird sizing and stuff. So I need to try and work that out so that I can join them to the pump, and the pump will then push the water for the oil cooler, the heat transfer tank, and the intercooler, and then it will return back through that pipe, through there, back through there. So yeah, still a few little things. I really kind of thought that the fittings would be easy and I'd just go to Bunnings and problem solve, but apparently I was a little bit optimistic, I guess is the word. But I'm pretty confident today there's going to be some kind of noise. Alright, wiring is underway. Master switch over there. This one, bit by bit. Dash alive. And ready. Now, tidy this part up and then start on the computer wiring for the engine, and then we're definitely getting close. 5:30 Saturday morning. Sunday was, yeah, it was productive. Got stuff done. Got the fuel tank, the new bung welded back down in there. Sorted all the neck out. Now it's got fuel in it. Finished off the last line. Wired, water pumps wired, fuel reg, the sender unit, so actually can actually have a fuel gauge. It looks like a bird nest. There is wiring up on the headboard. Wiring's not my strong point. I can do it, it's just not probably as neat and perfect as some people. But today is hopefully D-Day, because hopefully I'm going to get the engine wiring finished off. Then I'm just going to sort out the water from the bottom of the boat that feeds through the 12-volt pump, through all the coolers, and then back out the exhaust. So hopefully I can get the last of the fittings to do that. But when you got this now, we got fuel pumps, we got a dash, it even says how much fuel's in it. So we're getting somewhere, and it turns back off. Alright, well, we're getting somewhere. All of this section's all finished off. I glassed in that bit, all the lines to the pump, all the lines to the motor. Just going to finish doing the hose caps on the other side. We're currently, what are we doing, boys? Having a quick clean up.
Yeah.
Looks like a bit of a war zone. It almost looks like a war zone outside. It's pretty windy. It's almost going to be like the storm that might happen soon. There, Steve from Jazzmac, the man, the myth, the legend. He's on his way over. He's going to finish off the coil wiring, check a couple other things I've done, and fingers crossed we can make some noise this afternoon. That's definitely the plan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you happy about that, Brian?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay. Good to go?
Yeah, good to go.
Well, last night that's pretty incredible. It all actually came together. A few little teething issues to sort out, a few little things we had to sort out on the go, but it's alive. It all worked a lot better than, don't know, I guess I wasn't really sure actually, because most people said it either couldn't be done, shouldn't be done, or why bother? And yeah, now we've just got to go through, fix a few things, tidy a few things, and I can start building floors, back seats, because who wouldn't want to sit behind this? Because there's heaps of room. But yeah, go through, I've got to, can get around here. Yeah, go through, finish tidying up the wiring. Once I've tidied up the wiring, tidied it all up, put it all out the way, then I can do floors, hose clamps on all the intercooler. Then we can rev it up a bit, see what boost does. Yeah, go from there, I guess. We're well underway. I think it's definitely come together. I think this might be the last part of this video. The next one might have to be doing the proper run up, then tune, which will have to be on the water. Yeah, so the next one's probably going to be the real exciting one, because that's going to be lots of noise. And yeah, see if it actually works out in the water, because I guess that's the next part that everyone said wouldn't work. So we'll find out.